Welcome to Nomadic Diaries, a podcast revealing secrets of life lived overseas. We use storytelling to deliver insight and information on what it takes to live, love, move, and travel across the globe. Our guests are professionals from the world of global mobility. We hope that by opening their diaries to share their wisdom, that you, our listener, can benefit and enjoy more ease and grace in your expat life abroad. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Doreen Cumberford, and I'd like to introduce my co-host, Sharon Fields.
Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here. And hopefully you continue to be here with us as we interview extraordinary, wonderful people from around the world. Today, our guest is Karyl. She's an ordained minister and lover of the old ways. She's an author, ritualist, and earth-based spiritual teacher. She's a guide to inner realms within one's heart. Welcome, Karyl. How are you today?
I'm great. It's really wonderful to be here with you. What a wonderful experience. I'm looking forward to the time together.
And thank you for being here, Karyl. You and I have known each other for a very long time. And we have a few questions for you from Nomadic Diaries.
All right.
First of all, can you tell us a little bit about your lifestyle over the last few years, particularly over the last 3 years, and why I call you my Mary Poppins international friend?
Well, I'd like to go back a couple of years before that because I met a Brit, a dual national American and British man that I fell head over heels in love with. And at the time I was living, both of us were living in California. He had very recently retired, and he sort of sped up my retirement. And so we were married, and we met in 2017. We were married in 2018, and in 2019, we moved to England. And we moved because we both were young and frisky, and we wanted to visit all of the European countries and do some traveling there. And it is so far from California to Europe. And he was a dual national. So we decided that we would just pick up and move to England. And so that is what we've done. You know, we did it in a regular airplane. I didn't have that Mary Poppins brawly, but it was and continues to be an amazing adventure. Very glad we did it. I have family in America, as does he. We miss them an awful lot, but we have planned our life so that we kind of live underneath our means. And so we have lots of money for tickets.
And this is why I frequently am surprised when I see Karyl pop up on my feed going, oh, I'm here and I'm there. And now I'm here and now I'm there. And the reason for this is Karyl has a new grandchild. So she has been commuting.
Yes, I have.
Mary Poppins. Tell us about that segment of your life.
Well, my little boy is 2 years old, and he's just getting language, and this has nothing to do with the show, but the cutest thing is his dad is an opera conductor and music director of an opera company. And so I was taking care of the boy while we were all supporting Michael doing opera in Iowa. And little Will started saying, watch opera. Watch opera. And that little kid can sit through an entire act of a major opera in silence. I didn't try him for the whole thing, but he's very good at one act. So that's my boy.
That's a great place to start. So you made this international move, let's say in approximately your 7th decade, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell us a little bit about who you were prior to the move, to the international move, and what parts of your life do you feel you have taken with you, and what parts remain behind?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. I was a practicing metaphysical minister with a church, Sunday service every Sunday. And as a metaphysical minister, I practiced a sort of universal acceptance of spiritual paths. I understood several spiritual paths, and I just believed, and I still believe, that there are many routes to God. And so the difference is I left the majority of my life, I think, was service then. I mean, I was serving my community. That is not the case anymore. I'm serving my family and me now. That's what retirement is. But because of my universal acceptance of spiritual paths, I've been able to get great satisfaction out of two seemingly like opposite dichotomy in spiritual practice. One is I'm a member of a Church of England church, and I am learning how to ring the 600-year-old bells in the belfry. And the other part of me is that I'm very close with village wise women or witches from Cornwall, and I practice with them as well. So I have my earth-based ways, I have my Church of England ways, and they meet. They always meet, and it's spectacular. I love that. So that's something I've left behind, something I've taken with me. And then you did mention in the introduction that I'm an author of some ritual books. And so I find that I am able to just interject personal ritual suggestions for people randomly. And they always are kind of like, well, that's interesting. I'm going to have to do that, something like that. So I feel like I'm the same person, but I have a lot more me time now. And that's pretty great.
That's fabulous. I love it. And when I'm downtown San Miguel de Allende, I was walking on the streets last night, and we have a huge church, big parochia. It looks like a wedding cake with spires on it. And sort of a cross between a wedding cake and Westminster Abbey, if you can imagine that. And it suddenly dongs and chimes, and I love that. And I think about you. I think, that could be Karyl needs to come here and try those bells out.
Yes.
So it's amazing how our paths have crossed and our lives have changed. Each of us has gone to live in a different country now and had an amazingly different experiences. So Sharon, why don't you take the next question?
I will. Karyl, it sounds like you're in the time of your life that's so rewarding for all of us, most of us, retirement and enjoying family more. But what's something that has been difficult for you and something totally unexpected that you didn't think was going to be a challenge?
Well, I do have an answer for that. And that is the country I left it sits heavy on my heart because I still have two sets of married children, a daughter and her husband, and my son and his wife and baby that live in areas where there is gun violence. And it makes me crazy. It absolutely makes me crazy. Since I left America, I think it's descended into opposing camps that are so dysfunctional, and it breaks my heart. It's not only the guns, but it's the women's rights, and it's the climate change, and it's people behaving badly. And I worry about that. I worry about the coming generations. And although England is not devoid of political upheaval, it is. It's not as bad as America. So I sometimes say that if I could just get all of the people I love to move over here, I'd be so much happier. And I don't know what's going to happen to that. I don't know. It troubles me. So yeah, that's the difficulty.
I often think that if everyone could learn our secrets to being at peace with this point in our life, that it would be a better world, and we all want peace and love and happiness.
I think that international travel is so healing in that regard, because I think some of the problems in America are that people only have their view of what is right, and that's American, by gosh, and everything else, it doesn't measure up. But when you travel internationally, you find that there is delight and wisdom and humor and different ways of doing things that work in other countries. And that really is invaluable. I think just to find value anywhere you put your feet, I think is a really important skill that is practiced when you travel internationally.
I so agree.
So tell us more about this international skill, and how do you see it playing out? I mean, what does practicing it look like, or sound like, or feel like?
I think that coming into a new environment, not only non-judgmentally, but primed for wonderful surprises. Like, what will delight me? What will educate me? What will make me a better person in this new environment in which I find myself? And to really, think at the end of the day, what did I learn? What did I experience? How can I incorporate what I observed and make myself a gentler, more connectable human being?
Those are excellent words, because I will definitely include those in the show notes.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, that's wisdom. Here we have the secrets. What will delight me? So listeners, listen to this. What will delight you? What will educate you? What will make you a better person? And what have you observed that you can embrace and embody in your own experience? Right there is one of the secrets of the nomadic diaries.
Mm-hmm. I think whether you're moving around internationally or whether you're staying put, I think like anything else, focusing on what do I want to find out or observe today, and so if you just say to yourself, what wisdom can I glean from my life today? That does something to our sense of perception, and we are primed for finding that which we're looking for. And so if you look for commonalities, you will find them. If you look for humor in your life, you'll find it. If you just say to yourself, everyone that I come in contact with today, I'm going to find something fascinating about. Just that will change your life. Just change your life, because you'll be going, oh my gosh, all the time.
Right. Setting intentions for your day. And then at the end of the day, being grateful for what you did discover and learn.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
Yes. And where can listeners find more about Karyl?
Well, I have a Facebook page. It's, you probably know my spelling of my name is different. Karyl, Karyl, Huntley-Sadler. Also, I have books on Amazon. And I have a website. It's called Ancient Wisdom Online. And so you can find me there. And if you have a specific question for me, just message me on Facebook. I would love to interact with you.
Thank you so much, Karyl. We'll put all that in the show notes along with the links to your information. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for lending the ancient wisdom to the Nomadic Diaries. I hope that we can have another conversation to dig into more specifically some rituals, how to create a ritual, what rituals do. And I look forward to enfolding some of your work into the next book, Life in the Re-Entry Lane. But for today, wherever you are on your journey, listener, we hope that this sharing of this story and this particular page in Karyl's diary is a treasure that you can take with you today and use it. So thank you and cheerio.